Hey you guys, Mr. Stone here, bringing you a little video on how to take care of the things I would like for you to do when it comes to operating systems. First things first, I want you to learn a little bit about it, so make sure you get some background knowledge in sections 106.01 and 106.02. Just go check out the presentations. Don't spend a ton of time on it, no more than about 15 minutes. Once you get done with that, I want you to actually go back and do a little review. I know we've done it in class, but I'd like for you to do it again if you can, or just check out the video if that's enough for you. But I want you to remember how to create a bootable flash drive for an operating system. Now keep in mind, this can be a bootable flash drive for Windows or Linux. You don't have to be just Microsoft. I mean, you can be whatever you want to be. Let's not limit ourselves here. But what we're going to show in the video is how to do this with Microsoft Windows. And we'll use Windows 10 for this particular one. The first thing in order to do this is I'm going to ask you guys to go in the document here and control click to go to the Rufus website and get Rufus. It's probably already on the classroom computers, but just in case it's not, here's how you do it. Control click, should launch the web browser. There it is, we're on the Rufus website. From there you want to just scroll down until you find the big download section. Find the bold hyperlink, click it, and it'll download Rufus. There it is right there. Didn't take too long. It's just an executable file. No need to install it. I'm actually going to click on it here. Note that if you don't see it right away, it should be in your downloads folder. Users, account, and then downloads. So there it is right there. I'm going to double click and you'll see what happens. It gives a Windows warning saying it might make changes to the computer. It's okay. Nothing serious is about to happen here. Notice Rufus doesn't give me any kind of prompts. That's because I don't have a flash drive put in. Watch what happens when I insert a flash drive. All right, just inserted the flash drive. Now note that Rufus has been populated. It's a flash drive. There you go, it's in the D drive. We're going to choose MBR partition scheme for BIOS or UEFI. This is the most flexible option. If you have newer hardware and you want things to be as fast as possible, this third option, GPT GUID partition, GUID partition table, that's your fastest one for UEFI. If you got, like I said, the newest hardware and you want to go super fast, try that one out. That's going to be the most efficient one. But this one up here is the most versatile, which means we're going to use it for class because we got a bunch of different machines in the classroom. All right, you leave everything else default, come down to where it says create a bootable disk using ISO image. And this means we're going to have to feed it an ISO image. So we click this to select an image. When we click that, it's probably going to send you guys more like downloads or something like that. You guys are most likely going to want to navigate to your C drive, and it's probably going to be right down here. Now, mine is over here on my E drive. It's a striped storage RAID array on my home computer, and I've got all kinds of operating systems in here. And so I'm going to go down to find Windows 10. There it is right there. And from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and choose the ISO file. You can see that mine has an ISO file extension, which makes it easy to find. Yours may not. If you don't have file extensions turned on your machine and you want to learn how to do that, it's pretty quick and easy. If you don't already have a Windows Explorer opened up, go ahead and open one. And I've got one right over here, so I'm going to pull it up. You click on the Organize button right here. From Organize, you choose Folder and Search options, then click on the middle tab for View. In here, you're going to find some options that will allow you to see things you don't normally see. Here it says that by default, Hide Extensions for Known File Types is clicked. You can see on my machine, I've unchecked that. If you want to see file extensions, go ahead and uncheck it on yours, click OK, and you'll see those file extensions too. So let's go back to Rufus. In the open dialog box, there's the ISO. You can double click or single click and choose open. All right, now we're into Rufus, and Rufus has noticed that we do in fact have an ISO here, and it wants to go ahead and create it. I'm going to name mine Windows 10 or just Win 10 so that when the flash drive is finished being created, it'll have a Windows 10 label on it. I'm also going to tell it that this is a multi-edition version of Windows 10 so that when I plug this flash drive in, I'll know what's on it. Notice it says ready now, and it's about to go through a long process of when we click start, I'm going to go ahead and do that. It says, we'll watch out. You're going to erase all data. Let it happen. It's going to go through a long process of making the flash drive bootable so that when you plug it into a computer with no operating system on it, it can boot the flash drive and begin installing the operating system. Again, this is how most home users install an operating system today. But this then goes through a lengthy process, probably something like 5 minutes or more, maybe even as much as like 8 to 10 minutes of copying the files necessary from the ISO image on the hard drive to the flash drive. And I'm not going to put you guys through the pain of watching all that. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video and I'll restart it when this whole copy process is done. You'll see down here in this area where it says copying ISO files. By the way, these are the files that are actually being copied. You'll see down here it'll say ready again when everything is finished. Please don't click start again. That'll restart the whole process. You have to wait for it to copy them all over again. If it says ready and you know you've already clicked start, that means it's done. And at that point in time, you can choose the close button. Notice there's not a close button here right now. So, um, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording. I'll restart the recording whenever this thing's done copying. So it looks like this thing's almost done. Notice it says finalizing and then fix up, and boom, it goes back to ready. So the question might be, how do I know that it's done? Well, first thing is this. I can look over at the top and at the device name. It's now changed. It says Windows 10 Multi, which is what I chose to name it earlier. So I'm going to hit close now. Notice it doesn't say cancel anymore. And when I close, Rufus is just going to disappear. There it goes. I'm going to minimize this window and I'm going to take a look over here and I'm going to go look at this disk. There's that flash drive, and notice it's got this set of folders here. If you do this enough times, you're going to get used to seeing this set of folders. This lets me know for sure that this is a Windows bootable flash drive. And if you look through the folders and become familiar with the files, you'll even find the files that do the Windows installer. So we now have a bootable flash drive that we can use to install Windows onto a fresh physical machine, meaning you just built a new computer, it has a new solid state drive or a new hard drive, and you're ready to load an operating system onto it. This is the most common way it's done in households today. Thanks a lot. Stay tuned for the next vid.